Okay, so welcome back, and now we're going to talk about the reduction formulas. And the reduction formulas are going to be derived from using the double angle formulas, or two of the double angle formulas for cosine. And then those formulas are going to be used to derive the reduction formulas for sine and cosine, and then we can use those reduction formulas to derive the reduction formula for tangent. Okay, so let's start with the first one that we'll do, which is cosine 2 theta is equal to 1 minus 2, oops, not cosine, sine squared theta. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add this piece to both sides and subtract this piece to both sides. Okay, so I'm interchanging these. So I'm going to do it in two steps just so you see it. So I'm going to add 2 sine squared theta to both sides. Okay, and so that's going to give me 2 sine squared theta plus cosine 2 theta is equal to 1. And now I'm just going to subtract cosine 2 theta from both sides. Okay. And so that gives me 2 sine squared theta equals 1 minus cosine 2 theta. And then last but not least, I just go ahead and divide both sides by 2. And I get sine squared theta equals 1 minus cosine 2 theta over 2. Okay, so that's the first one. Okay, now the second one, I'm going to use the other variation. So I start with cosine 2 theta is equal to, in this case it would be 2 cosine squared theta minus 1. And now again, this time I'm just going to solve for cosine squared theta. Okay, now in this case all I have to do is just add 1 to both sides and then divide by 2. So this was, I guess, easier, if you will. So that means I'm going to end up getting 2 cosine squared theta is equal to cosine 2 theta plus 1. Right? And now all I'm going to do is just divide both sides by 2. And I get cosine squared theta is equal to cosine 2 theta plus 1, all divided by 2. Okay, now those are the two reduction formulas for sine and cosine. Okay, now to get the reduction formula for writing terms, we're going to write, or for tangent, we're going to basically just use the definition of tangent as a ratio of sine over cosine. Okay, and then we're going to plug in the information that we have here. Okay. So let's do that. Let me erase this. Okay, so tangent squared theta is going to be sine squared theta over cosine squared theta, right? And now I'm just going to use these two equations to substitute. So that's going to give me what? It's going to give me 1 minus cosine 2 theta divided by 2, all divided by cosine 2 theta plus 1 divided by 2. And again, if I end up multiplying by the reciprocal, right, 2 over cosine 2 theta plus 1, right, then the 2's are going to cancel, and I end up with my final result, which is 1 minus cosine 2 theta over cosine 2 theta plus 1. And so those are the reduction formulas that we are going to want to use. Okay? And that's it. So next we'll start jumping in and do some examples using these formulas. Have a great day.